Hi, I'm Drew, and today we're going to show you how to get set up with the Golden Mask 6 from Metal Detectors Online. Okay, so here's my freshly delivered Golden Mask 6 from Metal Detectors Online. That came on next day delivery, nice and speedy. So we'll go for a quick rundown on the box and let's see what's inside. Straight away, multi-frequency. It's a tri-frequency machine, which means it will run on 5 kHz, 15 and 30. It's got great depth and fast recovery speed at the same time. E-trim technology. Now, the E-trim technology refers to the new op-amps they've put in. And the Golden Mask 5 Plus SE and the Golden Mask 6 both have these new E-trim op-amps, which means they're really stable, which helps with signal processing. That's a really impressive spec. Fast and accurate target VDI. The displays are great on these machines. That's the one thing I really like about the Golden Mask 5 and 6 series. You've got a nice big graph. It really clarifies what sort of signal you've got under there. You can learn the sort of spectrum display. It's great. Where were we? A 2.4 gig low latency wireless audio. That means you're pretty much going to be lag free, and you're going to have a choice of two headphones. They do the 105 and the 106, and both will work straight away out of the box with this model detector. Rain resistant design. It's lightweight and well balanced, and that's mainly due to the carbon fibre shaft that comes as standard on these, and the battery box on the back there helps counterbalance the weight. So it's a really nicely balanced machine. As soon as you get hold of one, you notice how comfortable it is. You'll get no fatigue using one of these all day. We've got high sensitivity to gold, and that's thanks to the 30 kHz mode. There's no comparison really up at 30 kHz. This machine will pick gold up 10 times better than anything else really, unless those machines are up on that frequency too. But that's the joys of a tri-frequency machine. Depending on what you want to go look for, you can jump it onto any of those frequencies easily as well. High stability of operation, again that's down to these new E-trim chips. Ease of use, it's laid out nice and simple. What they've done with this model is, over the Golden Mask 5 Plus, they've reduced the amount of buttons on the front and they've simplified it into one menu system. And once you've got your head around it, it's really easy to use and it gets you straight where you need to be. Superb iron discrimination. There's lots of iron settings for tweaking the volume and the sort of threshold on that. Collapsible, lightweight and comfortable telescopic carbon shaft. You can shrink these right down for portability, so it's really great. And of course you've got the Golden Mask 5 years warranty on the electronics. Okay, let's flip it around. We'll get a better look at what we've got inside the box. Comes with a Fighter S coil as standard. I do believe there are options with Metal Detectors Online to supply you a different coil if you wanted one. You've got choice of the 105 or 106 headphones. And of course, this is what I really like about Golden Mask. You've got a choice of all these coils. You're not limited to a choice of one or two. Straight from the manufacturer, genuine Golden Mask coils, and you've got a coil for everything. There's something there to suit everyone. So without wasting any more time, let's get stuck in. Okay, let's see what we've got in the box. I'll start off. We've got the warranty sheet there, so that needs putting somewhere safe. You do get a great warranty service from Metal Detectors Online. And straight away I've seen the best bit. The new Fighter S coil. I do like this coil, it's a great size. It's really sharp and responsive. This is going to be great. Next we've got the headphones. So you've got a nice pocket-sized charger, USB cable, and these are the 106 headphones. These are great, I like these. They're lightweight, they're really comfy and padded. They are so soft. I'm looking forward to using those, they're great. We'll put them to one side. Got a set of leather cases. That's great so you don't get caught out in the rain. We've got the charger and a UK adapter, which just clips on. It's easy as that and you're ready to go. And here's the machine itself. You can already see how small that can compact to. That's great. So we'll set that there. Assembly instructions and the remainder of the shaft. So as you can see, that's nice and portable. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is get the headphones on charge. So we take the USB cable, we take the pocket charger, and we make sure we've got the plug the right way up, and we just push it in like that. We take a UK adapter, and that end's ready to go. If we look on the headphones, on the underneath, you'll see there is a USB socket. So we take the plug, we make sure it's the right way up, and we insert it like so. And then we go and plug them in. We'll let them get a nice good long charge, and then they're ready for action. With the USB plugged in, you'll see just on the side there is a little red LED, and that indicates that they're charging. Next, we're going to charge up the detector. It does come pre-supplied with rechargeable batteries, but I'll show you how to access them just so you know. So on the back of the battery box, we have the battery door, which slides off like so, and that reveals your battery pack there. We tilt it up, and out comes the battery cartridge. When you insert it, make sure your two terminals are going to connect with the terminals inside. So that way up, in, and put the cover back on. So with the batteries installed, we look at the back of the battery box, and you can see here you have your socket for normal headphones if you prefer wired. You have your switch, which toggles between wireless and normal headphone socket, and then you have your charger socket in the middle. So we take our charger, we locate it in the middle and give it a firm push. That's ready to charge. You'll notice on the charger, in the top corner there is an LED, and that's indication of it charging. The next step is assembling the shaft. Now this is relatively straightforward, but there are a couple of things to note. So firstly, we'll make sure that the collar is loose. We'll then take our shaft and we're going to insert it into the collar like so. Now what we're not going to do when we use it is have it fully extended. If it's fully extended, you're going to wear out the locking collar. So it's important to have at least 6 inches inserted in on the first section. And then we just tighten it like so till it becomes firm and just give it that little extra twist. We don't try and force them dead tight. If you force them dead tight, you're going to wear out the threads. That's in, nice half turn extra, solid. And we've got at least 6 inches into the main shaft. With the shaft all fitted, we're now ready to move on to the coil. The coil bolt will already be pre-installed on the end, so we're going to undo that. We'll remove the plastic wing nut. That took longer than I expected. And then we'll remove the nylon bolt. We now take the Fighter S coil, or your coil of choice. We're going to lift the stem, and we're going to carefully insert it in between the two wings of the coil. They are on rubber, so it will be slightly firm, and we just work that in until the hole is aligned. Now, this bolt needs to go in from the cable side, so that your wing nut is out here and adjustable well out of the way of the cable. That pops through like that, and we screw on the wing nut. Now, when installing the coil bolt, it's important not to over tighten it, because you still want some movement in the coil itself. Before we wrap the cable and secure it to the stem, we're going to set the height roughly to what we feel comfortable using. So we slacken off the remaining two locks, set it roughly, to the sort of height we're expecting to get, and then just give it a little try. Just hover it over the ground, set it to a length that you're comfortable with. You'll notice at the top and bottom of the shaft are these Velcro straps. So we're going to loosen that off, like so. Just pass a little bit of slack through. And we're going to take the end of our coil. I'm going to pass it through. And then we're going to bring it down here. And just loosely secure it for now. And then we're going to go over the stem, back underneath and towards. And we're going to wind it like so. With the cable wrapped around the stem, we're now ready to connect it at this end. Now what you need to do is remove the rubber dust boot. If you look, you can see there's a little indentation on the plug. There is also one on the bottom of the socket. So we line those indentations up, push firmly in, and then we wind on the securing ring. And we do that till it goes firm, and then give it a little half turn. Then you take your secondary strap, and we're going to support the cable firmly up this end. You don't want this cable slacking around, and same at the other end. To secure the cable, put the Velcro strap around, we feed it through its slot, we pull tight, we put the large bit down, and then stick the thin bit over the top. That secures our cable. If you look at this end, we're going to go back and we're going to adjust this one so it's nice and firm. And what you need to make sure is you're able to move the coil about without straining the cable, but whilst keeping it supported and firm. So once you've got your cable secured and you're happy that it's nice and secure, but you've still got the necessary movement you need without straining the cable, we're pretty much ready to go. What we'll do now is we'll just run through sticking the covers on just to protect your detector. Now we're ready to put the cases on. So we'll start with the battery box case. We'll make sure all the Velcro tabs are undone. And we're going to hold it with this notch cut out to the top. We're going to lift the detector. And we're going to slide it on like so. We're then going to take the two back tabs and pull them up and stick them down like so. And then you have the final strap goes across the back and across the front. And this also doubles up as a holder for holding your headphones. And you can secure your headphones to the detector whilst you transport it. So that's the battery box cover on. Fitting the control box cover is fairly easy. We're going to take off the protective film, like so. We're going to unscrew the cable. We're going to take our cover. Again, make sure the Velcros are undone. And we're just going to sleeve it over the top. They might be a bit stiff at first because they are leather. And they will take a few days to soften up. We then bend the wing underneath and Velcro it from the front. Same again, fold from the back and fold back over from the front. We then reinstall the connector, again making sure that you get the notch lined up and you don't strain it or tug it or pull it, yank it. And there's a convenient hole in the case on the back that allows you to poke it through. And then hand tighten it up, a little extra turn. There we go. So assembly is now complete. We're just going to double check everything. We're going to make sure that the cable is firmly secured and there's no slack bouncing around. We're going to check that we've done up the shaft tighteners. We're going to make sure that we've got at least 6 inches of the top section inserted into the handle stem. We're going to make sure that the cable is done up firmly and secure. And our cases are on. So we're ready to go. Make sure to check out the Metal Detectors Online YouTube channel, because there's going to be follow-up videos of getting started with the menu system, ground balancing and all the basics you need to know to get the most out of this machine. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget to check out the website for Metal Detectors Online. They've got everything you could possibly need, from spades to merchandise, the full range of Golden Mask metal detectors, and of course all the coils. And that's something I really like about Golden Mask detectors. They've got a coil for everyone. There's so much choice. Don't forget to check that out.